It's Christmas Eve, babe, in the gun tank. They've got cars big as bars in front of the dome.
That's not a Christmas song. That was released in July 1988. It's not a Christmas song. It's like Die Hard, isn't it, a Christmas movie? That again with my microphone on. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's edition of the Woody Show, which is our last one of the year. Before I get the other two to say hello, can I just check, is Rishi Sunak still Prime Minister?
I haven't heard from him for a while, so...
Was he still in the car? I thought I heard somewhere, I read somewhere he was going to bugger off for 6 weeks. But I just want to know if he's still Prime Minister.
Like
so, you know.
Yeah, that'd be like it. I think it's more likely that Elon Musk is Prime Minister at the moment.
Yeah. Good evening. This is our last show of 2022 because we're going to take the Christmas break and into the new year, and we'll be back I think about the 4th. We said, Tracy, did we?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm looking now. It is the 4th. Is our first one in 2023.
The 4th is the first one, right? Right. Anyway, over to you, Tracy. Good evening.
Well, hello.
Hello.
I would like to introduce you to the nut that I will be casually stroking tonight. One of my nuts. I can't quite reach to stroke Mickey's nut, but it's Christmas, so he can just imagine it. So
he can stroke his own nuts.
He can.
I frequently do.
Yeah. There we go.
Good evening,
yes.
Good evening, people. Welcome to our last show before Christmas.
Oh.
Yes.
Lots to get through tonight, I think.
Yeah, right. Well, let's get the shit out of the way first of all. The World Cup's over, so all the women in the world can breathe a sigh of relief. They get their soaps back and their television schedules aren't interrupted, so the World Cup's over. I was completely ambivalent about who won. I couldn't decide before the match who to hate the most, the Argentinians or the French, and I decided I hated them equally. But when Mbappe equalised, the game came alive. And I've got to say, that's probably the best World Cup final I've ever watched. Fantastic in extra time, and I actually found myself hoping the French would win. But it went to penalties and Argentina won, and fair play to them. It was a good match, and somebody had to win. So penalties I don't like. I wish they'd go to golden goal. I hate penalties. Mickey?
Yeah.
I didn't even watch a match. Weren't interested, to be fair.
Oh, okay.
Although from what I've heard, it was a good match. But like you say, Cup final should be golden goal.
Yeah, should be golden goal.
Yeah.
In case anybody doesn't know what the golden goal is, that's after the extra time, the first team that scores. So you have your full time, and then you have your 2 minutes of extra time, and then after that you play on 15-minute halves until the first team scores. The first team scores is declared the winner.
I agree. Sudden death.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think they should do that in extra time, not just after extra time.
I think that's the other
90
option.
minutes, just 90 minutes and then golden goal.
I don't know. I quite like having an extra time, but again, if it really is stalemate, having that half an hour of extra time without a golden goal is pointless. So it would make extra time more exciting because it will be stalemate. You know, there's a draw. At the moment, the first one to score is going to be the winner. So I think that will make it way more exciting. I hate it when it goes to penalties and you're rooting for one of the teams and your adrenaline is up there and you go, oh, come on, oh no, can't watch and everything. Whereas you'd be able to have that throughout the whole extra time, however long that extra time lasted.
Yeah, indeed.
Could have a game going on for 2 hours.
Yeah, it could do, yeah, till one team scored. Or they'll drop dead from heat exhaustion.
Well, it does go on for 2 hours with 30 minutes extra time.
Yeah.
No, but if it became golden goal, then the extra time would be the game runs on until somebody scores.
Yeah.
So it could be 2 hours, could be 2 days.
Oh, well. But that also gives the teams an incentive to go out and attack.
Yes. None of this defending.
Rather than play for, because I'm sure that in the second half of extra time, a lot of these teams play for penalties.
Yeah.
Well, you can see that they do.
Yeah, they hold back.
So,
carry on.
Oh, carry on.
Right, I've just done some Googling while you were chatting, and the only people allowed to touch the World Cup, officially allowed to touch the World Cup, are FIFA officials, the 2 teams that played in the World Cup final, and the match officials.
Yeah.
Salt Bay is a fucking leech.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
He's
He's not a leech. He's a grifter and he's a twat.
I'll be honest, I'm surprised that Messi didn't turn around and punch him.
I'm surprised if you see how he acted with Messi. I take it you've seen the video.
I did. I see. You see the look in his eyes as if to get your fucking hands off me, mate. You know what I mean?
He grabbed Messi.
Who the fuck do you think he is? He sells fucking steaks covered in gold fucking foil for astronomical amounts. I've had better in a fucking harvester than he cooks.
And if you look very carefully, when he got the World Cup, Mickey, when he got the World Cup in his hand, he nicked it from the arms of Santiago's child, the player. Yeah. He actually took it out of his arms, took it away from his kid. I don't mind that player's kid having a quick fondle.
Oh no! If the kid's got it, that cut double standards. If the kid's got it, then he shouldn't be touching it either. Technically speaking.
Yeah, but at least the kid had something to do with the fucking team.
No, I agree. Yeah. No, I agree.
You know,
it's the footballer's son.
Yeah. Yeah. I just seen on Twitter. There's the video of Salt Bay like getting the selfie video with Messi. Messi is very, gracious about it, and the person who's posted this has put over the top of it. This selfie request with a famous person has to be the saddest expression of late-stage capitalist grifting. He's not a Pokemon Go. He's a professional footballer in the middle of doing his job. Yeah. I guess this is what happens when you allow a meme to become a real boy.
Yeah. He's a fucking leech. Fucking leech.
Yeah, he is, yeah.
But fair play to Argentina. It was a good match. I enjoyed the match in the end. I wish we'd have won it, but we didn't. So, that's the World Cup out of the way. What should we go on to? I'll tell you what we're going to go on to before we go. We won't do it in the order it's there.
No, you don't.
Hey?
You don't have to. It's just there as a kind of like randomised.
I've had 2 friends requests on Twitter. 2 people follow me on Twitter tonight. Both of them 22. Both of them in half a bikini, the bottom half of the bikini. Both of them waving their tits at me, looking very evocative. And I'm thinking, why are you contacting me? And I thought to myself, they obviously must throw these out shotgun fashion in the hope that they must catch some idiot who's very lonely, because you quite often read about a man or a woman that falls for these online dating scams and everything else. I mean, call me odd, right? But the minute a beautiful semi-naked 23-year-old throws herself at me, I get suspicious, or am I wrong?
No, you're right, but unfortunately, as my dad proved, there are people out there who are lonely or mentally incapacitated enough to believe it.
Well, your dad got suckered.
My dad, there's one at the moment. No, there's more. But there was one that was obviously a group of sites, and he liked one of them. I'm not going to name them, but they're basically Ukrainian women. And bear in mind, this was before this war. Ukrainian women apparently queuing up to marry and meet and marry Western men. And my dad, around about 2018, something on that, 2017, 2018, found one of these sites. And me and my brother and sister were like, okay, he's found something to get his sexual energy out of. You know, I've got nothing against people wanting to have a chat with, the opposite sex. And if you want to pay to have a chat to the opposite sex, that's absolutely fine. Now, bear in mind, at the time, I didn't have control of his finances. And he was throwing money at it. And in the space of 6 weeks, he did about £3,000.
Wow.
And this was a site that wasn't a genuine site. If it had been a genuine site, fine. But it wasn't even a genuine, come and look at me and I'll get you off. It was a, hello, young man, but in broken English. What I can give you nice feels, but they weren't even allowed to talk about sex because they pretended that they were like marriage sites. That's what wound me up so much.
Blimey.
And after that, because this site had his email address, he was constantly being, like, literally 10 or 20 times a day, different random women who were saying about how they're desperate to come over to look after him, and be his wife and live with him, and he can show her the sites. But I just need a visa. I just need £200. And my dad was phoning me up. By then, I'd got control of the finances. He was phoning me up and having a go at me and being angry with me and shouting at me and saying, "I need you to send me this money so that I can send it to her. If you don't send it to me, send it to her." And I'm going, "Dad, it's a scam." "No, it's not a scam." I'm going, "Dad, it's probably a man in Nigeria." He said, "Look at the photos," because I could also see what was on these photos. "Look at the photos."
Breathe.
Oh no, seriously, my rant. Anyway, he's saying to me, "Look at the photos," because we had access to be able to see what he was doing on his computer. And he's saying, "Look at the photos. They're not men." I'm going, "No, they're not sending you photos of themselves. They're sending you photos of women randomly." No, that I know this one's real. I know she's real. She really wants, and honestly, years I had of that, years and years. But thankfully, after the £3,000 or £4,000 he just threw at that Ukrainian site, it was just.
Yeah, I know, best pal. She needs to breathe. Right. See, Mickey's got it sussed. He's tried it on with £0.5 of tea.
Yep.
You got any thoughts on these dating scams, Mickey?
No, not really. I just fucking avoid them like the plague. Same as you, Steve. I've had them pop up on. You even get them on fucking Facebook.
Yeah, I know.
Don't you?
Yeah. And email.
You know, I get. But I've set mine now that only friends can fucking contact me and all that shit. But now I've got time. But you go on YouTube, and the top it says there's adverts for these sites on the top of the page on the right hand side. If you're watching a video, there's adverts for these fucking sites. I don't think they should be able to advertise anyway, but you know, not unless they can prove that they are legitimate.
Those sites that you're talking about are probably like the ones that my dad got mixed up in.
Precisely.
Because it wasn't like Match.com and it wasn't like OurTime.com.
Oh.
You know, it was bloody hell, what just happened then? Oh, okay. It wasn't. No, it's doing it again. Is that you doing that?
What?
My Skype is chucking up laughs and it's Mickey!
What?
Mickey's chucking up laughs. Oh my God, he's not watching us on Skype. All right. No, Match, you would think so, but they're not. They're not. They
were tail of my history. They'd be full of Pornhub and X-Hamster.
But yeah. So if they would think like genuine trying to get you dating sites, singles network sites, then fine. But they're not. They're these ones that pretend that they're going to marry you, and the pictures are of women with very erect nipples and very wet bottoms in bikinis. And I'm from Ukraine and I need you to help me. And then you go in there and honestly, it's not sexual chat at all because they're not allowed to do the sexual chat because of the payment processors. So they have to sit there saying, "What is your best dinner?" Like broken English. And so my dad would be like, oh, I love steak pie or something. And what about you? Can I feed you strawberries and get you all wet, messy? And they'd say, "Oh, that would give nice feeling. What is your breakfast?" Oh, just.
Match what you say there about. I do that. I mean, I've been looking at. I bought myself a GoPro, and I was looking at GoPro accessories today, and I've got loads of ads on Facebook for GoPro accessories. But if you watch my stream from about the middle of November, where I show people exactly what Facebook do when you're online, you'd be horrified because not only do Facebook track what you're doing when you're on Facebook, but they track what you're doing when you leave Facebook, right? And they track every single app, every single website that you access after you've left Facebook until you clear your browser cache. And then they sell that data to Google. Well, they sell it to a company called Alphabet, which is Google's parent company. And it's all there. And if you download your data, you'll see it all there. And it's absolutely frightening just how much tracking Facebook do. So, and I suspect if Facebook are doing that, Instagram are doing that, Twitter are doing that, and all the others, WhatsApp might be doing it, I don't know. But yeah, it is absolutely frightening how much information you give the advertisers about yourself which is why your searches are tailored to what you're doing. But that's getting away from the dating scams. I mean, I look at myself and think, well, I'm a 63-year-old, short, fat, ugly fucker. Who really wants me? And I'm not like Mickey. My messages aren't set. My messages are set to public, but they come in as message requests. And if I don't actually answer them, those people don't know, if that makes sense. They can't communicate. They can only communicate with me if I answer the message request. But I don't answer the message request, so but I do look at them. I do enjoy having a laugh and thinking, are you actually fucking serious? Are you really, really seriously think that I'm that desperate that I want a 23-year-old Ukrainian that wants to rob me and have my British passport? No, thank you. No, not at all. Not at all. So, but I do look at them. I must admit. I do admire a nice body. And I look at them and I think, well, yeah, you've got some assets there, but what a waste. I mean,
But this is the thing, though. It's a numbers game, because for every 99 people who go, oh, yeah, seen it all before, there'll be one person that goes, oh, quick, I must sign up and see what they're like. And once they've got you and once they've got your email address, then they can just keep spamming more and more lovely ladies at you from different parts of the world. And yeah.
Yeah, and it's just, it's just absolutely frightening, isn't it, Tracy?
Like I said, I've got absolutely nothing. There's nothing wrong with somebody wanting to go and chat to a lady who is going to get them off online. Because it's honest. It's honest. This is what I'm here for. I'm going to get you off. You pay me money. You bugger off after getting off, and that's fine. But I hate the ones that will drag it out and take thousands off you, pretending that they might marry you one day. And that's but again, it's slightly different for women, because the women, they get pulled in by the lonely heart scams, and then they, for some reason, will be sending money to this man who they think is going to marry them. So it's usually like the one man that contacts them. It's not like a dating site or a random thing like I was just saying about. Women tend to get hooked on the one, and then it's sending money to this man who, I need a visa, and a bit like I was saying that my dad nearly got caught with the email one. But women, I think, fall more for that one, because women generally tend not to go onto like chat sites to find lots of men to look at, to choose from. I know what I mean. Exactly, best pal.
Well, I've never paid for
it. All is, even the women.
I've never paid for sex in my life, although technically I've been married twice, so I guess I have. But
exactly. We'll pay for sex in one way.
Yeah, they'll get me in another way, yeah. Mickey.
Yeah.
What?
Are you dead?
No, not yet.
No, he's smoking. He can't be dead.
Right, okay. I've just thought early cremation. Have you got no thoughts on this at all, other than what you've already said?
No. I just totally fucking ignore it. I got no time for it. No.
So you've not been approached by a Nigerian prince?
Oh, I have. Oh, did you see that? I saw the other day that a flat in Nigeria, they found bundles, thousands and thousands of pounds on the floor. So perhaps that's some fucking Nigerian prince that was supposed to send me all that money, and he's pegged it apparently.
Oh yeah, that's the world's most dangerous job. That I've worked out from my emails. Assistant to the Nigerian finance minister is the world finance minister. It's the world's most dangerous job, because every week I get an email saying my husband was the assistant to the financial minister, and he's died. Can you help me get the money out of the country? And I think, well, he died last week as well, and the week before, and the week before. Fuck that. Hey, could you imagine that in Nigeria? Who wants to be my prime minister? Who wants to be my finance minister? Fuck off. They only last a week.
That says it's the money he couldn't get to because you didn't wire him the bail money and he died in jail. Yes, oh my God. I feel so bad now. I could have helped him.
I do want to say, I read about it. I read a story about a woman that a 75-year-old woman that's just married a 23-year-old Nigerian prince a year ago.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Yeah, and their marriage is now broken up.
Did she actually meet him?
Huh?
Did she actually get to meet him? That's amazing.
Yeah, she moved out. She moved
Married
out. She moved out to his country in Africa
Oh,
and married
God.
him. Go on, Mickey.
No, I was just going to say, her money's gone,
Yeah,
so
your
she's
money's
got rid
gone,
of it.
so she got
He's
rid of
got
him.
rid of her.
Got rid of her.
I actually know somebody. I'm going to have to be careful here because of, you know, whatever, you know, privacy and everything. But I actually know somebody who has got children, older dependents, older children who are dependent on her because they're in some way disabled, and she gets money from the government for them. And she's met somebody in Africa and has married him, and he still lives out in Africa. And she sends him the money that she gets as disabled money for the older children. She doesn't work. She lives off the government, but she sends most of it to him in Africa. And her daughter, who isn't disabled, just is exasperated. Every time I see her, she says one thing or another that she's had to basically rescue her mum from. And she's gone through social services trying to, you know, like say, look, you know, my siblings are vulnerable and the money is going on them and not the house and the equipment. And social services don't seem to be doing anything either.
Yes. What the fucking you?
Yes, Andrew, you know who I'm talking about. I shall message that to you.
Match. When I told that my girlfriend that I had a friend in Gambia, she said lots of old ladies from Sweden go there looking for young men. That's true. I read a fucking story about that.
Was it in the Sun?
And it wasn't. No, it wasn't in the Sun. It was. I don't know what fucking. But yeah, I have read, and there is a lot of. And I think Gambia is now trying to put a stop to it.
I haven't had the phone call, Best Pal.
There are a lot of women apparently go to Gambia for sex.
I'm sorry, Mickey. But I just want to say I've had texts saying if you don't reply and blah blah, you'll go to prison because you need to pay this tax or whatever. And I'm absolutely fully up to date with all my tax things. I wouldn't worry about anything to do with that. But I can imagine that it would shit people up if they do get that.
All I get is Amazon ringing me.
If I don't get an Amazon delivery on a day, Amazon ring me the next day and say you dead.
Yeah, no, it's these automated Amazon.
I get HMRC.
Shit, I get them all.
Let me change the subject for a minute.
I get them from HSBC, and I've never been a fucking banked with them. I get them from all fucking. As soon as you hear it, yeah, you're right. It's a robot voice, and as soon as I hear that.
Can I go for the sympathy vote, people? I want you to all say, I'm going into hospital on Wednesday. I'm having surgery on Thursday, and I'm actually going to be in hospital over Christmas. And what's the nightmare about that is that I'm going to be in hospital over Christmas, and I'm not going to get any visitors. Nobody will be able to visit me because the first day that my partner can visit me is the 24th of December. The next day she can visit me is the 27th of December because of work commitments and transport. The trouble is those 2 days are train strike days, and the only way realistically to get from my house to Guy's hospital is by fucking train. So not only am I going to spend Christmas in hospital, I'm going to spend it all alone. And this is why I'm rubbing my side because I'm in absolute agony at the moment. Anyway, carry on. Yeah, I've had those HMRC.
I was going to try to visit Steve, but the thing is, he goes in on the 21st, which is day after tomorrow, which he'll only have just gone in, so there's no point in me visiting that day. He has the op on the 22nd, 23rd is out for me, 24th is a bus strike, which means I was going to get a bus straight there, but the 2 buses that I could get are on strike. And then it's Christmas Day, then it's Boxing Day, and he might be out on the 27th. And if he's not out, both the buses will be on strike again, and then he might be out on the 28th. So, unfortunately, time-wise, for me and for Sean, for his partner, is shit.
And my kids.
And kids, yes, sorry, but I was just, you know, I was just sort of like thinking, because I didn't know if your kids had cars, or I know it's difficult to drive around London. That's just ridiculous.
So that's why I'm looking a bit pained, people. If you want to know why, because I'm desperate. I did have the opportunity to cancel this surgery and have it after Christmas, but I'm in so much pain that I couldn't cancel it. I absolutely desperately need it. So anyway, back to the tax scams. Yeah, back to the HMRC tax scams. I get them all the time. I'm actually registered as self-employed. I get them all the time, but I just ignore them. I just ignore them because I put my tax return in via the online system, and that's it. That's all I need to do.
I think though but you know it's not even so much for self-employed people, because we kind of are we're up to speed with what we're supposed to be doing. But then you've got the guys who are on PAYE, or maybe the guys who or guys, people who aren't necessarily
I'm going to
paying
get some
tax.
painkillers. Carry on. I'm going to be back in a minute. I'm going to get some painkillers.
They're not necessarily paying tax at the moment, but they may well have been before this period of unemployment, or they're on pension or something. So the tax thing might be a different thing. And tax is confusing. It's one of the things they should teach at school, but they don't. And so when I say self-employed people kind of know where they're up to, when you get this thing about, oh, you owe tax money, all you got to do is look at your books and go, no, I don't. I know where I am.
All you got to do, Trace,
yeah,
you can go on the government HMRC website and it will fucking tell you there.
Yeah.
I'm signed it. It's called the Government Gateway. Just sign up for that, which I do. And it's got everything. It'll tell you what you've paid for the past God knows how many years. But yeah, just sign up for the Government Gateway and sign into your HMRC account.
Yeah, but again, they prey on the people who may not be knowledgeable enough, or they may get frightened because it was, we lost our background there for a sec, or they get frightened in the same way as, like the phone calls that were, I don't know if they're still going, but my dad...
You're right, Match.
Exactly. My dad used to get sort of 3 a day sometimes, where they would, wasn't BT, but British Telecom were phoning him saying, we need the information off of your computer, otherwise you're going to be cut off the phone. And he'd be trying to give it to them. And I'd be saying, they're not real. And he's saying, they are real. And so basically, the people, they catch the people that they can catch, and they've got no morals. They don't give a shit who they get it from, as long as they get it. And if they got through, I mean, thankfully, my brother, being in IT, he knows how to keep it very secure. But had it been somebody living alone with no family and that, they'd have taken all his money. So
well, Match and Best Fella both got it right.
Yes.
They wouldn't inform you by a phone call. They'd just turn up on your doorstep, wouldn't they? Simple as that. Huh? That's the same as there's another load of scam. I mean, I don't know if you've heard of it, where someone says a courier.
Oh yeah.
Somebody will turn up and take the money off you for this delivery, and somebody come knocking on your door and you give them some money and fucking never see them again.
That's awful. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Well, the other one where they send you a text and saying, reply to this text if you want your delivery, and it's a premium rate text number.
Yeah.
It costs you £4.
Or the ones where it says, we tried to deliver, but we couldn't. And it looks like a genuine, like DPD or Hermes or something. We tried to deliver, but we couldn't. So click this link and pay the £1.99. Yeah, and so you think, it's just £1.99. Click the link, pay the one. Once you've done that, they've got your bank details. So it's not £1.99, it's your entire bank account.
Yep.
Oh, it's a subject that really, really winds me up, because they prey on the vulnerable and the...
Breathe, Tracy.
When I say ignorant, I don't mean ignorant.
Breathe, Tracy.
Honestly, you've got me a few subjects tonight that really wind me up, because they prey on the vulnerable, and they prey on the ignorant, and they prey on the lonely, the people that don't have lots of family around to say, no, come on, Dad, that's not real, and they get the money from them. Sorry. Matt says, I had a bunch of those off DPD suspiciously. So they started a week after I actually got a parcel delivered from the real DPD. Makes you wonder, doesn't it?
If you're savvy like me, what you do is you'll get these texts saying this, and then what you do is you don't reply to those texts. You go straight to their website.
Yep.
And it'll tell you on their fucking website, whether it be
and
the
not
post office,
via the link.
DPD, not via the link. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Put it in your browser. Go to their website.
I've got the DVD app. DVD, let you know in the app if it's a genuine delivery coming.
Exactly. I mean, I've got the app on my phone for DPD.
Yeah. And they inform you, same as Royal Mail do, they inform you by the app.
Yeah.
If it's
Yeah.
genuine.
No, darling.
Except at the moment during the fucking strike. Oh. Oh.
Yeah, but the thing is, Match, you know...
Hey, best pal, I'm an old person, but they ain't fucking catching
times
me.
a year, Match, they're going to be expecting you to maybe have ordered more than one thing and things like maybe you did order more than one thing. You know, this time of year, I'm not saying it is, that's when you got it, but this time of year, you may be expecting 5 or 6 or 10 things from the internet, especially with the Royal Mail strike. Anyway, yes, so carry on, Mickey. I keep talking over you because I'm so passionate about this.
Oh,
I feel like
carry
you're a
on.
watchdog now.
It's quite nice to sit here and listen to somebody else ranting rather than doing it myself.
I was going to send you some pop.
Save my tonsils. You know, it's yeah.
I was in hospital having my PICC line dressing changed today, and the nurse there, she said, "Oh, I hear you're going into guys." She said, "What ward are you going into?" I said, "I'm going into the Dorker ward." She said, "Oh, that's the ward that I used to work on." And I said, "I'll be there over Christmas." She said, "Oh, you'll like it over Christmas." She said, "All the staff dress up and everything." And I sort of looked at her. I said, "I'm 63 years old. Seriously? Seriously? Do I want an elf dancing around my bed?"
It might be a sexy elf.
Well,
Sorry.
I wouldn't mind.
Might be an elf with suspenders.
A Filipino elf dancing around my bed. Fucking right, bring it on, man.
He'll be on so much pain relief that he'll see the sexy elf in suspenders.
Just keep an eye out because I might be on so much pain relief that I'll switch the stream on and start screaming absolute bollocks while I'm off my head.
I can't switch it off, so please don't. Oh, that's hilarious. Try doing it on your Woody's playing, Woody's gaming. That's it. Try doing it on that one.
I've got it set up on my mobile. I've only got this one set up on my mobile.
Oh, it's easy. I bet you know that. The other reason why I'm full of energy is because I've actually had the last few days. I actually had some kind of no. That would have got rid of a lot of the energy.
No, he's fucked off to Cornwall, so he don't have to.
He's not in Cornwall yet. So sex might be on cards for the next couple of days.
Bill Billy just followed us. Hello, Bill Billy.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Bill Billy. I've had some kind of flu virus.
I wouldn't stand, when you're following me, I wouldn't stand too close because my farts are evil. Go on, Tracy.
You just farted again. Hey, hello. Thank you for the wave. No, I've had some kind of flu virus, and when I say flu virus, it wasn't a particularly bad one that has put me in. I would still be in bed otherwise. I've got a combination of, it's either something like swine flu, which hits you really hard and then you're okay a couple of days later, or last year's flu jab is still doing its job, because I was feeling a bit dodgy on Saturday, and I slept for 4 hours on Saturday, managed to make it to the stream, did the stream, went straight to bed afterwards, slept all the way through till 10 in the morning, woke up with a temperature, and I tried to watch I was in and out of sleep, tried to watch the match.
Breathe.
And I think I managed about 10 minutes and I was gone again for the rest of the game.
Breathe.
I'm okay.
Breathe.
She's a woman, they don't have to breathe when they start talking. You should know that, having been married fucking
I've got
twice.
lots of oxygen in these. No, but that's what I'm saying. But I have lots of energy because I had a lot of sleep in the last.
Have you had your flu jab this year, Tracy?
No, I'm due one. They keep reminding me, plus the COVID one, and they keep.
Don't forget though that a flu jab is like COVID jab. It doesn't stop you getting it. It just milds the symptoms.
Well, this is why I wondered whether last year's one. I'm wondering whether last year's one is still working.
Active, yeah.
Because like I said, I had.
Because I don't know if you know, it's not the same flu jab they give you every year.
No, they adjust it.
They guess.
Yeah.
What is going to be the prevalent strain on any particular year, and that's what they give you.
Yeah. Well, that's what I just wondered, whether it was something like that, because it felt like I was about to be completely wiped out with flu, and like I said, I was in bed all day yesterday. Unfortunately, only sleeping. And then I woke up this morning. The temperature broke at about 1 o'clock this morning. So I was just doing a Steve, like literally drenched with sweat, peeing every half an hour. But then
Did you get up?
Yeah, yes, I did.
Steve doesn't. He just wets his nappy.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
But from when I woke up this morning, I sort of, when you do like, do I stay in bed a bit longer? Then I thought, no, actually, I feel okay. So I managed to sit up, and the room wasn't swimming, and my joints weren't hurting that much. So, and then I found out that both my lifts were out of order, and my entry phone, which has been out of order for months, is still out. So I've been pretty much a prisoner today. So I couldn't get my Tesco delivery in. And I couldn't pop out to go anywhere, even to the shop. So,
how many floors up are you?
20 odd.
Oh Christ, you're high then.
Yeah.
I thought it was only about 8 or something like that.
No.
How fucking tall is this block of flats you live in then?
Yeah, I know exactly.
Can you see guys from where you are?
I tried looking, and I think I can. I need to crack out the telescope. I can see the Shard. And then there's like a block that looks like it could be guys.
Right. Okay. Well, what I'll do is I'll flash my watch at you through the window.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, you see someone flashing
as long as it's only your watch.
Flashing me out the window. My flat doesn't have stairs. Are you talking about the block? The block does have stairs, but I can't walk.
They have to.
I can't walk 50 flights of stairs to get down to get my Tesco shopping, and then I can't get the Tesco shopping back up. But my flat itself, there's no stairs within the contained
Not in the build, not in your flat, no.
Yeah,
but
no, because there
has to be in the building by law.
Yeah, there does, yes. There are flats, obviously, that they call them masonettes, but they're not.
Masonette, yeah.
Which have stairs, and I'm all on one level. Which is good when you got bad knees, but it's I quite like it though. Really, I do quite like it. I like being able to sit here and I can see every room. But yeah, that's the bugger. The good thing is that my daughter lives in the same block as me. So when Tesco tried delivering, I phoned down to my daughter in desperation. I was like, I'm sorry. Can you go down and get my shopping? I said, it's only a bit of vegetables, and I'd forgotten I'd ordered water. I'd ordered food.
You hadn't forgotten at all. Don't lie.
No, I had forgotten. The one thing was that I hadn't ordered any wine. So there was her. She went down, and then she had to phone back up to get her sons to come down and help. But she said, to be fair, the Tesco man was.
It's like my missus. On the way up to the hospital today, right? I dropped her off at Tesco's. She said, I only want to do a little bit of shopping. I said, well, how much? She said, it won't be long. I'm only going to do a little bit of shopping. She said, probably a bag's worth, right? And I said, well, I'm going up to get my pick line changed, and I'll pick you up when it's done. So I pulled up outside Tesco's, and she came out with 3 fucking trolleys worth.
3 trolleys?
She brought out 2, right? And then she said, I'm just going to go and get the other one. I actually laughed because we sit outside Tesco's, right? And I don't get out of my car to help her because I can't. And I get some really dirty looks from people. She struggles sometimes to get things in the car, but I can't help her.
Yeah, it's tough shit, isn't it? Who gives a shit what they think?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck what they think. I really don't give a fuck what they think. It just amuses me.
Yeah,
a little bit of shopping. It's like she said, oh, I want to go up Sainsbury's tomorrow and get a little bit of shopping. I'm thinking, fuck it, I should have bought an estate car. She's got 3 trolleys of shopping, and she says she hasn't got everything.
We went into Iceland Warehouse. Is it called? Whatever it's called.
Yeah,
yesterday. She wanted a couple of bits.
A couple of bits, yeah.
Wasn't quite as bad as you, Steve, but I only want a couple of bits. Come out with 50 quid lighter, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, what do you want that for? Well, the kids like that, Chris. What do you want? Oh, well, I'll do that for Christmas Day. What? Fuck me, we're feeding them lunchtime. We're giving them tea and all.
I know, you just when you think you got rid of the kids. Well, I don't call my kids kids. My kids are locusts. Because when they visit, they fly through the house and just clean us out.
Oh, my granddaughter.
They come in one door, clean the house out, and go out the other door. And I'm like, who was that? I think it was my kids.
She'll
Must have
come
been your
in.
kids if they've beaten you out of house and home.
Granddaughter comes in. Granddad, I'm hungry. You know where the cupboards are.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, no.
Did your wife buy your
See, that-
fireworks, best pal?
That's what I'd forgotten though, as you see, because I was thinking, because what I knew that, because don't forget I was hallucinating yesterday. I was delirious and I had to finish my Tesco order. So I knew I'd bought the 19p veg, that everywhere's doing 19p veg now. And I knew I'd bought some of that. And I knew that because I was ill, I had bought some tomato soup. I knew that. I'd forgotten about the mince pies, the Christmas cake, the water.
So you only buy tomato soup when you're ill?
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't eat soup mainly. I've got those, the bread that you like, that you do the part baked stuff that you do in the air fryer.
Yeah.
I've got some of that left from like still in packets from when my family came. So I thought, oh, I'll have one of those and get some strong cheddar, which was also in the shopping. Get some strong cheddar and some tomato soup, and I'll have a strong cheddar baguette and dip that into my tomato soup. I only ever eat soup when I'm ill, or actually when we went to Scotland.
You want to try grating your cheese into your tomato soup? That's nice.
Oh, Jesus, I may have to do that, yeah.
It is. Just grate some cheese. Not a vast amount, but you know.
No.
It's quite nice.
So that's what
when we first got together, the wife went shopping. She said, you know, do you want some soup? And I said, yeah, mulligatawny.
Oh yeah.
Curry
And
soup.
she honestly thought I was taking the fucking piss. I'm not going in the shop and asking for mulligatawny soup.
It's nice mulligatawny. Oh,
I like it. It's got a little bit of rice.
In the winter, I like a nice bit of mulligatawny.
Yeah, it's really warm.
Yeah.
But actually, she did actually come back. Oh, you were right. I said, I know I was fucking right. Fucking winding you up.
Did you get a photograph and get her to sign a piece of paper to admit that she admitted you were right?
No. She never admitted to anybody else that I was right either. But yeah. We went to bingo last night, as it happens. Not that it's got to do with anything we're talking about, but Christmas party bingo. Bottles of wine, cheesy nachos, pizzas, chips.
Oh, talking of pizzas, right? I had a
fantastic
pizza delivered
15
tonight.
quid. And I didn't win nothing.
I had a pizza
Yeah,
delivered
but
tonight.
it's the atmosphere. That's one thing I've never done. The only time I've ever been to bingo has been like when you go on holiday and you go in one of those silly little bingo places.
No, yeah.
You pay like 10p and you flip the. That's the only time I've ever done. Oh, and my dad used to go to the Labour Club and we used to do like a cheap bingo there. But I've never been to like a proper bingo, like a Mecca bingo place. And lots of people that I know do it, and it's one of those things that I think I must go.
Well, I mean, I always thought, nah, it's for old fucking people. Well, I am an old person now. But my daughter's friend, they all organised it and said, do you want to go? I said, oh, yeah, it'd be a laugh, you know, night out. It was supposed to be on Saturday, but they couldn't, for some reason, they couldn't fit us in Saturday, so we had to go last night. But it was a laugh, yeah. We didn't win no money, but, well, somebody on our table won something.
No, but it's still, you know, it's the atmosphere and like a little bit of excitement that.
Yeah, but top prize. Well, it does it automatically for you, Trace. You just press. It's all on a little computer screen now. You know, just press a button, dab itself.
But none of these old ladies with their dabbers.
No.
No.
It's all on computer screen. It does it for you, and it'll tell you how many numbers you're off and all that. It's quite entertaining, actually.
Mickey, you need to read what the conversation is going on in the chat there because Steve had a Hawaiian last night.
You're a fucking wanker.
Tonight, not last night, tonight.
Pineapple on fucking pizza. Don't fucking start me off, you fucking lot. Fuck me, you don't have fruit on a fucking pizza.
Yeah. Oh, you should do pineapples. You don't have fruit on a pizza. What do they make tomato sauce with then?
Tomatoes.
Tomatoes are a fruit.
Well, I know that. You know that. You tell half the British public they don't fucking know that.
Match says about 10 to 12 minutes at gas mark 6, but you can also whack it in the microwave if you don't mind it being floppy.
No, I'm going to stick it in the air fryer. Oh.
Yeah. No, you can reheat pizza.
I couldn't eat the whole pizza at night. I was in too much pain.
Usually when stuff turns up and it says do not reheat, I always ignore it. So please don't. Nobody out there take my advice, but I do. I reheat it as long as you've refrigerated it as soon as it's not been sat on the kitchen side all night, or as my mum used to do, put it in a cold oven and overnight.
No, it's in the
fridge.
As
long as it's in the fridge, got as cold as it can, and then when you reheat it, it is cooked, like heated right through. That's how I would do it. So
yeah, don't put it in a microwave; makes them all soggy.
Some of us like something. Some
You like it soggy?
Some of us like it a bit soft and soggy.
So I've heard.
Afterwards.
I don't have a microwave, but I have put my pizza in the microwave before, and it's actually not too bad. It depends on how I felt at the time. Sometimes it's I fancy it chewy and soggy. Other times I want it hard and fresh.
Fucking nothing worse than a soggy pizza.
So sometimes you like it sloppy, and other times you like it hard.
This is the one, exactly. It all depends. Do I slam it in the microwave or do I slam it in the oven?
Well, if I'm going to eat it, I'm going to bung it in the air fryer, but I couldn't manage it before, so I don't know if I can manage it now later.
But the thing is, you just do one piece at a time, I guess. So one slice at a time, you know what I mean. And then if you like that one, put another one in.
Fuck off with your fucking pineapple fucking match.
Oh, Hawaiian pizzas are lovely.
Can you see that emote?
Yeah.
It's literally a pizza with a whole pineapple on it.
A whole pineapple sitting on top of it.
That's class. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, best pal. I'm glad somebody's on my side. These two.
Yeah, we know how sensible best pal is, though, don't we? You really want to side with him, do you, Mickey?
But
he's sided for me.
Best pal says, I fell for a lot when I was an apprentice. I got told to go and B&Q and ask for spirit level bubbles. And when was this? Last week?
I've sent an apprentice somewhere for a long wait.
Yeah. Tartan paint.
Oh.
Better than onions the size of elephants' toenails.
No, I like a meat feast pizza.
What do you think of ham and pineapple is then? Got meat.
What's that? Fucking pineapple's hardly a fucking meat feast, is it?
Andy would probably agree that he'd prefer. Andy would probably agree that he'd prefer a meat feast. He likes
with
spicy.
Yeah, spicy beef.
You can get that with pineapple.
Yeah, well, don't have fucking pineapple. Chicken, bit of chicken on there.
Have you ever tried pizza with pineapple?
Huh? No.
No, well, you know what you're missing then, do you?
No, I do, because I don't have it on me fucking gammon either.
Oh dear.
Fucking hell.
I have it on gammon. I love it. I love a nice. I cook my gammon in the pineapple juice from the gammon. I get pineapple rings for the gammon, and I cover the gammon with the rings, and I cook it in the juice, and I make a gravy with it.
It's gammon and egg. It's gammon and egg.
You can't cook an egg in an oven, Mickey.
Gammon and egg.
How hard you try, you cannot cook an egg in an oven.
It's the egg and pineapple wars.
But yeah, I cover it in pineapple, and it actually nullifies the salt. Oh, so I actually like gammon and pineapple. It's lovely. Oh.
I tell you just said. We're on to culinary stuff again. You just said, Steve, that you can't cook an egg in an oven. You can, but I don't find it very nice. Like, you know, you can do these dishes where you break an egg into like you make something and you break an egg into like the thing.
The middle.
Middle, or like you've done a sort of dip in it.
You try cooking an egg so that the yolk is running in an oven.
But this is what I'm saying. Baked egg I don't like, because what you end up with is kind of like a plastic feeling coating around both sides, and it's really weird. It's not. When it comes out, it looks like it should be poached, but it's not. It's got this plasticiness. No, not a ramekin. I know. Yeah, but even when you do it in a ramekin, it does the same as that. But no, like if you do like a tomatoey type sauce. And then, because Hugh Fernley Whittingstall does something like this, I'll have to see if I can find it. And then
tomato and egg. Oh,
gammon and egg.
Yeah,
What?
gammon and egg, yeah. We're talking
Right, anyway,
about gammon and pineapple and gammon and egg, and you're going on about
Yeah,
tomato sauce.
no. You said you can't cook an egg in an oven, and I said you can, but it comes out plasticky. When you do the egg, you break the egg into something, either a ramekin or a dip in the food or something, and it comes out plasticky. I once had an egg on a pizza, which was bizarre, and that came out exactly the way. It was like there was a plastic film on it that was.
When you have gammon and egg, which I do have, the egg is fried separately, so it's nice and runny.
Exactly.
Yeah.
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 Oh,
But I always turn my eggs.
yeah. I don't.
I flip my eggs. Yeah, flip them.
Sunny side down.
I like mine sunny side up.
I'll flip my eggs.
Oh. Right.
I had an egg and pizza and it wasn't as bad as expected. I got it several more times.
What do we all think of Jeremy Clarkson's half-arsed apology?
I think I didn't hear his apology, but I thought what he said, he was a right fucking twat.
He said, I think I overestimated public reaction to my making a quote from Game of Thrones. I shall have to be more careful in the future.
Even his daughter came out against him. Huh? I mean, that's absolutely fucking. Yeah,
when I last looked, over 15,000 complaints have been made about him to Ipso.
And so they should do.
Yeah, I think it was a disgusting thing to say.
It was a disgusting thing today. Doesn't matter who it is, whether it's Meghan Markle or anybody else. You don't say that sort of thing about a woman.
He's not, Matt. He's a knob. He was sacked from Top Gear because he was a bully. He's a total knob. Yeah. I bet he's a wife beater as well. But he is a total knob. What he basically said is I'll see if I can quote it. I'm not Googling it. That he hates Meghan Markle on a cellular level. He hates her more than he hates Rose West, and he hates her more than he hates Nicola Sturgeon. And he looks forward to the day when she's paraded naked through every town in the country with people throwing shit at her and shouting shame.
And what has she done to deserve that?
Apparently, it was something to do with Game of Thrones. Now, I've never watched Game of Thrones, but if that's what Game of Thrones is like, I'm never liable to watch it. He punched a producer. He punched a producer who was taken off the air, and they didn't renew his contract. That's sacked. Whichever way you look at it, it's sacked. He punched a producer.
No, it wasn't funny. It wasn't funny. I mean, you wouldn't say that about any woman, no matter how you dislike. I mean, I can't see how people can say they dislike a person they've never met and spoken to.
I didn't say I dislike him. I think he's a knob.
Mind you, having said that, I can't stand fucking...
Me.
Oh, what's his name? Not Clarkson.
Here's Morgan.
It's always... Yeah, Morgan. He is Morgan.
This is the thing. You could dislike people. You could terribly dislike people. But
yeah, but you don't...
Would you want to see them paraded through the streets with people throwing shit at them?
No.
So, I mean, you say it's bad for, people shouldn't be saying that about a woman. People shouldn't be saying it about people. We're civilised. I can't stand Morgan. I can't stand Clarkson. I don't want to see them paraded through the streets. Boris Johnson, I wouldn't want to see him paraded through the streets.
Ooh.
I'd like to see some of them locked up in prison and getting, what they deserve. But it's just a disgusting thing to say about somebody who hasn't done anything particularly wrong. Okay, she married into the royals and she's a whinger and she's
a manipulator.
Yeah, but she's not done us any wrong. She hasn't done Clarkson any.
Hello, Eris.
Hey, Eris. That is a tame part of Game of Thrones. One of the villains of the show is marched naked back to the castle, and we all feel bad for her, even though she has been terrible.
Yeah, that's in the book. Hello, Minxie as well. Oh, bloody hell. They're all coming in tonight.
Yeah, we're having our Christmas party. That was who he referred to. Right, okay, so basically what he's trying to say is she's one of the villains, and we're all supposed to feel sorry for her. We feel bad for her, even though she's been terrible. But, okay, she may well have been terrible media-wise, but she hasn't done anything terrible. I said this the other day. She's not a murderer. She's not.
To compare her with Rose West
Or
It's
Nicola
fucking
Sturgeon.
diabolical.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you got the hots for Nicola Sturgeon, so I didn't mention her, Steve.
Yeah, he's
But-
now imagining
But
Nicola
to
Sturgeon being
compare
paraded
her
through
with
the street
Rose
naked.
West, who's a fucking child murderer, and nothing less. You know, I think it's absolutely fucking
I like her
diabolical.
in suits as well.
I like her better out of her suit.
I actually, I'm very ambivalent towards Ginge and Whinge. I just think that if they're going to fuck off out of it, they should fuck off out of it.
Yeah.
But
To be honest, I'll be honest, Steve. I don't even read about them
No, I
anymore. I've
don't.
got no fucking time for it.
I don't want to
Let them
watch.
crack on.
I don't want to watch
But-
families washing their dirty linen in public. I'm
No.
not interested. So, but I mean, what Jeremy Clarkson said was out of order. Parade her naked through the streets, throwing shit at her, and crying shame. No, nobody deserves that.
Also, I tell you what, the people that I'm not going to look them up now. The people that I know who have watched the documentaries have been quite sort of positive towards the documentary. Not as in, oh, I love Harry and Meghan, but like as in, oh, I can see why, blah blah, and everything. Us lot, we've not watched it. We're going on what the media tells us that we should think about it. You know, the media is telling us that we should think about this, and we've got to be horrified about what Jeremy Clarkson said. We've got absolutely no idea what's in the documentaries unless we watch it. And us lot are not going to watch it because we're not bloody interested, even though the media is still shoving it down.
I have no interest in what they're doing. I mean, they pissed off to America, so they have a bit of privacy. As far as I'm concerned, they've got it from me because I'm not interested in what they're doing.
That's fair enough, Match.
Did by the way, Minxie and Eris, did you catch our announcement earlier? This is the last stream of this year. We're back on the 4th of January and we're changing formats. We are doing Monday and Wednesday on Twitch and we're doing Saturday on YouTube. So carry on.
Yes.
And Steve is off to hospital
on
Wednesday to have an operation on Thursday.
And I'm going to be in hospital over Christmas.
Yeah. So touch wood.
If anyone can get to Guys to visit him. Yeah, oh no. Yeah. But as you can see, he's in a lot of pain. And basically they're going to go in to see, because when they took the x-rays and the scans and that, they couldn't see one of his lungs because of all the infection. So they're going to try and sort of like get rid of all the necrotized tissue. So that they can get in and have a look and see if there's anything in his lung that's actually causing the pain in his side. And obviously, the quicker that they go in and do this, the better. They said that they could wait until after Christmas and he'd be able to have visitors and that. But, I mean, would you want to wait? He's in so much pain. He's on the highest dose of morphine.
Not yet, I haven't taken any morphine tonight. I'm going to right now, actually.
No, I mean you're on the highest dose now, like generally. And you're still experiencing pain episodes, so oh god, wouldn't it? Can you imagine, Match? Like a bit of Lego, take this bit out and put that bit in. Oh, it'd be fantastic. Oh, that's one thing. With my lift being out of action today, there's someone in my block who's had a kidney transplant. She was stuck at the bottom of the block and had to be helped by
the stairwell.
What? Say what?
They did it in the stairwell.
What, the kidney transplant?
Oh.
Yeah. She had to be helped up the stairs to something like the 16th floor by people, more than one person, because, she had to get home and she can't stand around downstairs. She's recovering from this kidney transplant. And I see that Mickey's got part of his costume on, which looks like it's sticking right up in the air for some reason. Oh, he has got his costume on. He's got the ears on. Oh, do you know, wouldn't that be great if you could, when you got a lung infection.
You actually look like your avatar, Mickey.
Thank you.
When you've got a chest infection and you're full of phlegm, you just take your lungs out, give it a good rinse out, squeeze it out like a sponge and put them back. Lovely.
Well, apparently that's something they're going to do while they're in there, something called a lung wash. And I've looked at it, and it's not a very nice procedure.
Oh, good job you'll be asleep for that.
Is it a Polish car fucking wash company
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
in
yeah,
or something?
yeah.
It'll jet wash. They
Jet
do it in 5 minutes. Amazes me they can do my whole car inside and out in about fucking 10 minutes. So you'll be all right.
Steve, is it a jet wash? There you go, best pal says.
Yeah.
Match says, I need someone to take my spine out and crack it like a whip, then pop it back in. I'll be about 7 foot. You and me both, Match. God, if someone did that, bloody hell.
Changing the subject, I bought myself one of these.
Is it a GoPro?
It is, yeah.
GoPro?
Something I swore I'd never buy.
And then you must have had too much morphine one night, and amazingly, it turned up on your doorstep.
No, Amazon were offering it on 12 months interest-free credit.
Oh.
So I snapped that up, and I've always steered clear to GoPro. I've got a little SJ cam, action cam, which is very, very good actually, for 4K. It costs about 70 quid. And I've been playing about with the GoPro today and comparing it with my other cams, and I can understand now why GoPros are so fucking expensive. My God, the quality is stunning. Absolutely stunning. So I'm quite...
Sorry, let me just stroke my nut again.
Oh.
There we go. I'm just playing with my nut on cam. I can't reach Mickey's, otherwise I'd stroke his nut as well.
I've got a video I made with the GoPro earlier.
Oh yeah, what?
Well, I shall play it. Probably bring my...
Eri says, have you guys, while you're queuing that up, have you guys seen any of the, I can't pronounce that, videos on YouTube? They talk about science subjects and ideas in short video. I saw one the other day that said around 10,000 years, humans will live for an average of 100,000 years, and that we are still at the very start of humanity. But yeah, really cool videos. Oh my God. Can someone bring me back then? Because I'd love to live for a long time. Batch asks you, Steve, would you recommend the GoPro over the Ghost?
Yes. Because the Ghost doesn't do 4K. This is in 4K. The Ghost only does 1080p. I did this with the GoPro today. The Ghost won't even focus this close. It's deliberately sped up, by the way.
Fastest talker, fastest modeler.
I'm building St Basil's Cathedral. They serve two different purposes. The Ghost I wanted for indoor filming, for filming exactly this. The Ghost itself I use for that's my wheelchair cam. It's also my cycle cam. So they serve two different purposes. So I won't be taking the GoPro out of my bike. I won't be taking it out as the wheelchair cam. But I'm still going to use my Ghost, but it just won't focus as close as this one does. And the other disadvantage with the Ghost is the Ghost doesn't have an LCD display on it, whereas the GoPro does, so I can see what I'm filming. But this is in 4K, by the way. That's what I filmed on my GoPro today, and I'm mega impressed. But the biggest issue with the Ghost is their 1080p, which is fine for what I use them for. But when you're doing tutorials, not tutorials, when you're doing how-to videos like this, you need 4K. Oh, that's a difficult one because, like I say, they serve two different purposes. They actually serve two. In fact, let me turn that off. In fact, when I produce the video of the build, when I finish the build, I'm actually filming it with two cameras. I'm filming it front on with the GoPro, and I'm filming it top down with the Ghost, which I'll call up and I'll show you. This is the raw film. I haven't edited it in any way yet, so and I haven't sped it up, but we'll see if we can find it. And it's the top down, looking at the where are we? There we go. It is top down. There you go. That's the Ghost. I don't know if you can see the difference. That's under the same lighting conditions as the GoPro.
Oh, right, yeah.
Let me see if I can pull up some raw GoPro footage and put it beside. It'll be a different clip, but I'll see if I can pull up some raw GoPro footage. Hang on. Again, this is unedited footage, so.
Oh, is it doggo time? Oh, Millie! Oh, what's she doing, Millie? Oh, I'm buggering off now because you're giving me my biscuit. Thank you. Yeah, that's all she wanted. You got biscuit? Oh, I've got my biscuit now. Bye.
Right, here's some GoPro footage so you can compare it side by side. Filmed under exactly the same lighting conditions. There you go. The one on the left is GoPro 4K. The one on the right is the Drift Ghost 1080p. So you tell me. You tell me which image you prefer. You can actually see in the one on the right, you can actually see the mount of the GoPro on the side of my modelling table. I think the GoPro does much better in the lower light than the Ghost does, and they're both lit to the same level. Oh. Yeah, well, the GoPro's in 4K. Like I said, the GoPro is 4K, whereas the Ghost is 1080p. Oh. Oh. Right, that's enough of me boring you with my modelling. I can tell how excited you are. There you go. There you go. I just thought I'd share that with you. My bit of news. Oh. Yeah, the Ghost is wide angle. I can correct that. Like I said, it's unedited footage. Match. The Ghost, it's a lens aberration, and I can correct that in software. I haven't corrected it. It's unedited footage. When it actually goes, when you actually see it in the video, I'll match the two clips' colour. In software, I can match the Ghost's clip to the same colour as the GoPro, so you won't see that disparity between the two.
I ain't got any more. It's all gone.
But you'll have to wait until I've edited it. I've got another one that I've got to complete first. So you'll see when I've actually finished the model, which won't be now until the new year, because I can't do it in hospital because it's too fiddly. I'll make the video of it, and you'll see the top camera and the top camera and the front camera when I cut between the scenes. And basically, the colour grading will be the same for both cameras. Mention that.
Oh, that's it. Go on, bugger off. She had a biscuit, now she's gone back to bed.
Oh.
Typical woman.
Oh.
Yeah.
What I am going to do, because I'm going to be bored in hospital with no visitors, I'm going to be building that.
Yeah.
Yep. A wooden tray model that requires no glue. Well, there we go. Right. Carry on, you two. Sorry, carry on.
That's all right.
I'll shut the fuck up.
No. It gave me a chance to calm down from my ranting.
Well, if you want to rant, I showed both of you two guys in Nottingham city centre going into a wishing well where people had thrown money for charity, and they were stealing it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that. And what's even strange is nobody fucking tried to stop them, did they?
No, they sat there and filmed them for social media.
Yeah.
Some people
exactly. Huh? It's
But
unreal.
also, Jesus, you don't know whether they're carrying anything.
Well, they're carrying coins.
No, if you.
Yeah, but I mean, they must have security in that shopping centre, surely. You know what I mean? Somebody's only got to go to security.
If anybody wants to see what we're talking about, it's this.
To do that, they must be either stupid and brave, stupidly brave, or desperate.
Or just stupid.
To do it in front of so many people. You know what I mean? Stupidly brave or desperate or both.
Or stupid.
well, that's what I just said. Stupidly brave, as in we can do this. There you go. That's what we're talking about. In there, two guys, I think it was. There's like a. We used to have one. There used to be one in Wandsworth. Where it was like a pool. No, fountain. Used to be a fountain, but the fountain never worked, and people would throw coins into it. 2p's usually. And this is basically the same thing. And you make a wish, you throw in a coin, and two guys were scooping out the coins. And that's why I said they're either to do it when in such a busy place at that time. I mean, they might have been high on something. Because, just trying to work out the psychology of it, they must be stupid or desperate or both.
Maybe they're saying something. Yeah. I'd actually say something.
I've seen those sort of things before, but normally they've got like a mesh over them.
Yeah.
Yes.
To prevent this sort of thing. Obviously, they ain't got a clue.
I also think it's low stealing from a charity.
It is from a charity. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's regularly people stealing the charity boxes. And there's the tubs that you put the coins in. They're attached to the like bars and that, and shopping counters. And people come along when the people behind the counter aren't looking. They cut it and walk off with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the lowest of the low. That is.
It is extremely low. If it's
it's lower than a snake's bollocks.
If it's opportunist,
which is pretty low, isn't it, Mickey?
Yeah.
If it's opportunist, like as in, I know there's some money in there and I can take that, then that's low. It's just, yeah. I think it's, but yeah, I've got another thing that just makes me angry, and I can't even get the words for this one.
Go for it, Tracy. Fine, carry on.
No, I just can't. No, I just can't.
Well, quite enjoying it, aren't we, Mickey?
Yeah.
Well, no, it's just basic. Like I say, there are some people out there that would do stuff like this out of desperation. And I know it's still charity, but if they're desperate and they've got nothing, literally nothing, scraping the bones from their backside, then this must be kind of like lottery day for them. But
it's
yeah, I know. Yeah, so I'm just that's
they
what I'm
saying.
They
don't look like street urchins to me.
I'm not being a sort of a judgmental thing.
Apart from when you're judgmental.
Exactly. I'm not doing a judgmental thing that they may well be, like, they're poor, but yeah, they're still stealing from charity. So
it doesn't fucking matter if you're poor. You still don't steal from charity because you're taking it out of other people's fucking mouths.
No, I agree but that's what I'm saying. I was sort of weighing up I was giving the sort of like topics, surrounding the issues.
Yeah.
They do look well dressed. They've got nice thick jackets on. I know people who can't afford to buy those type of jackets. But then, you also see homeless people in the street wearing these type of jackets. And it's just, again, it's we're becoming conditioned by the media as to, well, they're not as poor as me, or they're poorer than me, so I'm better than them. But and it's like it becomes a bit of a hierarchy of who's poorer than who. And that's what I'm saying. There's these little issues around it that I get annoyed about. And yes, on the face of it, I am absolutely fucked off that they're stealing from charity. But if they really are desperate, it's still low.
Go to a charity.
Yeah.
If you're desperate, go to a charity. There's plenty of food banks out there.
Match has got
Russell Trust.
Sorry, Mickey. Match has got it. If you're going to steal up. I'm not condoning stealing.
No.
Don't
take it from the less fortunate.
That's it. That's what.
You're robbing the what it means.
That's what I couldn't voice, and between you, Mickey, and you, Match, you've managed to sort it in my head.
Back in a second.
What I meant, what I was trying to say.
Oh.
They could well have been desperate, but yes, they could have been an opportunistic moment. but yes, you don't take it from people worse off than you. So yeah, thank you. Between you two, see, that's what I'm saying. It's good that I'm trying when I'm trying to get what I'm trying to say out. Doesn't always work, but talking it through, suddenly I'll go, oh right, yes, no. So what else have you seen, Mickey, in the news?
Well, not a lot, really, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just scrolling it now, but nothing catches my eye.
I've got Capitol Riot panel recommends charges against Trump for the 6th of January.
Oh, fucking hell. Are they still on about that?
They're still on about that. We've had a security worker has died after the Brixton concert crash. So that's 2 people have died now.
2 people now died then.
And there's still someone or a few people who are in critical condition. Yeah, a 21-year-old woman remains in a critical condition. What? Oh, hang on. What's going on here? Oh, right. Okay. Oh, right. It said earlier it said that a security worker who was female died after a Saki gig crash. I can't remember exactly what it said, but it said second woman dies or something. And it said Gabrielle, blah, 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 and everything like this. They've now updated it to person, and the name, instead of being Gabrielle, it's Gabby. And when you scroll down, it says, in its initial statement, the Metropolitan Police stated that a second woman had died following the crash. However, Scotland Yard issued a further press release on Monday evening, updating the name and gender to that of Gabby Hutchinson.
Oh, right.
But it doesn't actually... So they're not actually stating a gender. It's I think they're a they.
Yeah.
And gone from Gabrielle to Gabby. So possibly a transgender to male or non-binary. Okay. It doesn't actually, but that's by the by. But when I clicked back on the name, I was like, oh, hang on. It was a woman a few hours ago. So, okie doke. Sorry, that was just me squinting at that, going, what am I reading? Go on. Are you looking at anything?
Oh, we had those people die crossing the channel the other day.
Oh, yes.
A 19-year-old man has appeared in court. Four of them died.
I bet he's at the bottom of the fucking pile and all.
Yep.
Teenager pleads not guilty in connection with migrant boat incident. He's been charged with facilitating illegal immigration.
Do you know what I bet he did? I bet he held their hands as they got onto the boat.
He'll be at the bottom of the fucking food chain.
So that's what I'm agreeing with Steve, because there's absolutely no way that a 19-year-old will be the trafficker.
He was piloting the boat.
Oh, there we go. So he was basically brumming it across the thing.
I wonder if fucking missed the UK then with a 19-year-old at the helm.
So he's not the person who took the money. He's not the person who found people to take the money off. He's not the people who
No, but he's the person who's driving the boat.
Yeah.
Because if they hadn't been found,
fucking sank. 4 people died.
The fact that they were off the coast of Dungeness tells me that if they hadn't been found, they'd have just sailed on fucking by.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they'd have ended up in America if they'd carried on.
He's been charged with knowingly facilitating the attempted arrival in the UK of people he knew or had reasonable cause to believe were asylum seekers. But I thought, correct me if I'm wrong, that they just shoved these fucking people in a boat and anyone fucking driv it. He could actually be one of the illegals, if you want. I didn't know that they actually had fucking hired helmsmen.
It depends whether they can see England. If you can see England from France, you just point, don't you? But it's night time, you can't see it, can you? Like I said, the fact they're in Dungeness tells me they were completely and utterly fucking lost.
You should be able to see England, because we can see France from England, so you should be
Oh,
able to
night we
see.
can't.
Depends on the weather, Tracy.
Yeah, you
can't
can.
see.
It depends on the weather, definitely, but you can see France at night because there's photos. Can I just rewind very slightly? Best Pal says a male worker died. Match says probably trans. That was going back to the bricks and things. So yeah, they were female earlier when the press release came out. So I'm agreeing there. Well done, Match, for the poker tournament. We'll talk about the Russia thing in a minute. Best Pal. Match says, Woody, you are still on a break. How can we hear you? Because he's not turned his mic
I've
off.
not turned my mic. I'm still sitting here, but I've got the camera off because I don't want you to see me right now, if you don't mind.
Yeah, he's having pain. But you can hear him, so at least you can hear him chipping in with his bits and bobs. And Best Pal says he's the person who gets to paid to drive by the higher up people. So we're back to.
Yeah. He's the fall guy back.
Yeah.
Basically, he's the patsy, isn't he?
But the thing is, Steve just said that if he was near Dungeness, he was off course. And there's been lots of people who've been washed up on Pet Level Beach, which is along near Hastings, along Winchelsea Beach again. That's further along Rye Harbour. They get picked up by the Coast Guard and taken to Dover. But there's been lots of people have turned up on Dungeness Beach. I think there was one which obviously the papers picked up on. There was one or two where they were seen to come in on, I think it was Pet Level Beach. They kissed the ground and then ran off into the bushes, which obviously that's how they did it in the media.
What fucking bushes?
Pet Level.
There's no bushes in Dungeness. There's nothing in Dungeness.
Pet Level.
Oh. Yeah, but he wasn't landing in Dungeness. He was off the coast of Dungeness, which means he's missed. Oh.
No, yeah, he was 30 miles off it and was sinking.
Yeah.
He was on the line he was on the international line between France and England. So he was, 20 miles off the coast? Which meant he missed. 30. Meant he missed.
Miles.
He missed. If he hadn't been found, he'd have fucking ended up on Ascension Island or something.
Yeah.
Well, if he hadn't been found, you'd have found a dinghy full of 31 skeletons all sun-bleached.
Well, if he's going towards Dungeness, he'd have ended up on Lowestoft fucking beach, wouldn't he?
No.
No, the drift would have pulled him down the channel towards America.
Yeah.
Oh, out into the Atlantic.
He's already,
Up to the
they
North
were already in the Atlantic.
No, they weren't.
Yeah.
They were in the English Channel.
The channel ends just past Dover, Mickey. Once you're out past about Hastings Way, you're actually out into the Atlantic. The bit between the Isle of Wight and the bit between the Isle of Wight and Jersey isn't the channel. It's the Atlantic. Oh,
is it? I thought
no, it's the Solent. It's the Solent, so you're probably heading towards the Solent.
I thought the channel ended at around about Devon or Dorset.
It does.
Oh. No, it's the Solent. He would have been out in the Solent or heading towards the Solent.
The English Channel runs from Falmouth all the way up to fucking Canterbury.
Cornwall, then. Bloody hell. All
the way up to Margate.
Goes a bit further than Margate.
You know what? I didn't even think that it went as far as Margate, but Cornwall.
It does, and then you get into the North Sea. I'm looking at the fucking map. It tells me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Margate, then you're in the North Sea.
I'm keeping up with it.
And all the other way, it goes all the way down to Penzance, opposite Roscoff in France.
Yeah, no, there's been quite a few that have turned up sort of around Dungeness Way and stuff. I think the problem with this boat was that it sank. And it sank, killing 4 people, and the Coast Guard caught them and brought them to shore. They always usually bring them to shore to Dover because of obviously processing facilities and stuff like that. But there's been times where they've landed at the beach and things. And there's always inflatable dinghies and things that are being washed up. Sort of Hastings and things like that. Coast Guards and police come out and retrieve them. Obviously, they do sort of forensic type things to see whether it's from incoming asylum seekers or whether it was just a kid's toy or whatever. But yeah, no, because I'm in groups to do with Hastings, Bexhill, and Dungeness. It happens quite a lot. So, sorry, I just realised we've got some more here. Best Pal says we need to like build defence blocks to stop people from crossing, but then that would be ugly on our beaches. I mean, what would we do? What would we? You mean like barbed wire and that? I think that would be awful. Best Pal, settle down there, Trump. Yes, but we don't know who's coming into the UK. Best Pal, sorry, Match says it's true. I've said for years we should utilise the advantages that come with being an island. Mines. Oh, that would be great. That would be fantastic. So we go for a nice little stroll along the pretty thing and we get a leg blown off just because we're scared of a couple of dark-skinned people coming in. We don't know who's already here. Yes, that's the problem. And plenty of
They're not
British
just
people are
dark-skinned, are they? They're from East Europe and everywhere.
Oh, God, no, I was media quoting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The fear of the dark-skinned person coming over. But they're not now because a lot of them are Albanian and
Romanians and God knows what.
Yeah.
Good evening, Minxie.
At least they'd be British-made explosives. Would they? They'd probably be Chinese or Russian. Knowing our
Probably Chinese, like Best Pal's firework.
Sorry?
Minxie, good evening.
Yeah, no, she was here earlier. We said hello earlier.
All right.
We say hello again. Hello, Minxie.
You're right, Best Pal. France should take responsibility. We're paying them millions of pounds a year to police their fucking shores, which we shouldn't have to.
Hi, Mark.
But
I hope so, Minxie. It's Christmas.
But,
yeah, go on.
Yeah, no. France aren't doing their job, are they?
That's what pisses me off.
I think France just want to get rid of them.
I think that's what pisses a lot of people off.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that France aren't doing their job and seem to be actually facilitating what's happening.
And I think both BSE and Match have got it quite right. It's nothing to do with skin colour. They shouldn't be coming here. And France is literally letting them fucking go because they're off their hands then. They're washing their hands of it.
Yeah.
You know. So,
mind you,
I don't know what the answer to it is, really.
Mind you, a friend of mine posted something that I sat and watched in horror. I sat and watched almost 5 minutes of it. It was almost a 5-minute video. And I sat and watched in kind of horror and amazement that she actually believed this enough to post it. It was, if you look him up, he seems to be quite famous because of the conspiracy theories shit. Because he was a COVID denier at first, and then he got COVID and doesn't deny it, but he thinks that you shouldn't go into hospital with COVID because they test you, and also you shouldn't get the jab. Anyway, the point is that this video that she posted was, right, he's a funeral director from Milton Keynes, so clearly he is an expert on this. These people who are coming over, they're being trained in Turkey. And when they come over, they've in a certain area of Turkey, they're being trained in Turkey. When they come over, the reason that they have military hairstyles is because they've been trained in the military by the UN. And they're being shipped to here. And then they're put in, what's the word? You'd know the word, Mickey. Strategic locations, which is why the hotels are being taken over.
He's and just then when give him a chance.
and then when there's enough of these UN soldiers that have been trained in Turkey, when there's enough of them in these strategic locations, then we'll have another COVID scare with another variant, which means we'll all have to lock down, and then these foreign UN Turkey trained people will be the army that keeps us all under control. Yeah. Milton Keynes, funeral director.
Oh dear.
And my friend believes it. And that's why I sat there for 5 minutes. I think it was yesterday. I presumed I was hallucinating with the flu because I sat there watching this going, really?
And in other news, do you know the band The Specials?
Yeah.
The lead singer died today.
No.
Yeah?
Wait. Is it the guy Terry?
Yeah, Terry Hall.
Oh, God's sake.
He's only 63 as well. Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
What got him?
A brief illness. That's all it says, a brief illness.
The classic this town is common
Ghost Town.
Ghost Town.
Yeah.
That was just such an anthem for that time.
Was he the
But it
white guy or
still
the
holds
coloured
true
guy?
today, Tracy.
White guy. Say what?
It still holds true today.
No, that's what I was going to say. It was such an anthem for that time, and then since COVID,
It's iconic.
Yeah.
It really is.
oh no, I'm just
Yeah, he died.
oh,
It says following a brief illness.
63. That's no age.
No.
Oh bloody hell! All these icons from my childhood.
Yeah.
I'm still here.
Oh, yeah, you weren't in my childhood though, Steve. Not that I knew of anyway. I did have the Guinness Book of Records, but I didn't know who you were. Just rewinding back. Nice typo there. Hose instead of holes. Loin de cœur, which is something to do with eyes, something to do with what's match saying there in French?
I don't know. Don't speak fucking froggy.
So, the literal meaning is out of sight, out of mind.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah. And best pals, what the fucking about that? Do they think they're going to take over the UK? Well, yeah. Oh, so you're talking about what I'm saying? Yeah, they think that they're going to basically control the population. Because that's why they're putting them in the different. That's why they're scattering them about in different hotels across the thingy. So, is this David Icke? So, no, it wasn't David Icke. It was the funeral director from Milton Keynes.
And David Icke is an ex-footballer. He was a goalkeeper.
Oh yeah. This one is for the bounce.
And he's a fucking nut job.
All right, there we go. I've caught up with what was going on in the chat there. So let me just write Milton Keynes. Idiot? No, funeral director. If you actually type in Milton Keynes funeral director conspiracy, you'll get the guy. He honestly just, like I said, he was a COVID denier, then he got COVID, and then he discharged himself from hospital when they took him to hospital because he didn't want to be in hospital because of obviously all the tests and things that they would do on him, and he still won't take the jab, and he's telling people not to take the jab, and he's just gone even more insane. So are you feeling a bit better, Steve?
No, can we end the stream at 11:30?
Yes, yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Certainly can.
Works for me. So, well, on lighter notes then, before we go, what is everyone's plans for Christmas?
Oh, I'm going to be in hospital. That's my plans.
But you can be heartwarmed by everybody else's plans. Are you going to have a Christmas day when you come out?
Yes. Well,
Good.
I'm 63. I don't actually have Christmas days, but Sean has said we'll have a Christmas dinner when I come out.
You don't have fucking Santa come?
No.
Santa still comes here.
I do.
Yeah, but you've got.
I go to bed and I get up in the morning and Santa's left my presents under my tree. Ate me mince pie and drunk my fucking beer.
Max has looked him up, and yes, his last name is O'Looney, and I genuinely thought that was a joke. I thought that's got to be a joke. And no, he's a real person.
I would do it to grandchildren stayed over, Mickey, but they don't.
Yeah.
Basically, my son and daughter are coming round on Christmas Day for Christmas dinner, and my other daughter and the daughter that's coming round Christmas Day are coming round Boxing Day. And those plans are going ahead regardless because
that's good.
I don't want them to cancel Christmas because of me. So they're all going ahead regardless. So Sean can mush them instead of me. She can be the wrangler. Oh. But yeah, we plan to have a Christmas dinner, but it'll only be for the two of us. It'll just be turkey and all the trimmings, I think. Christmas isn't the thing that for me that it was when I was younger and I had young children. Now I'm an adult and my kids have left home. It's not the magical time.
Yeah, that's why we have our grandkids over every Christmas.
Oh yeah, we'll make a fuss of them on Christmas Day, but I'm not going to be there, am I? So
no, Friday I've got my granddaughter coming over. She's going to help me make the mince pies that I am obliged to make every year.
That is so cute.
And she's already ordered one of Grandad's shepherd's pies for tea, so she's going to help me make a shepherd's pie.
Oh, that's cute too.
This is
Saturday.
The morphine, right?
Yeah. Saturday, I've got lots of cooking to do. I shall probably, I don't know whether we're having turkey and pork. I'll probably cook the turkey on Saturday night or Saturday afternoon into the evening. So that's another busy day for me. Sunday, we've got my daughter, her husband and two kids coming over. My son, his partner, and their daughters coming over. There's going to be 9 of us here for Christmas Day. So, but I mean, we've been round to my daughter's before, but it's not the same. I like having a family round here. Do you know what I mean? I'm probably a bit selfish, but like Steve said, I'm getting old. I ain't got kids of my own now, but I like the family around me. For me,
Yeah.
that's what Christmas is. It's not about fucking presents and all that sort of shit.
No.
It's having the family together, all together in one place at one time, which doesn't happen very often throughout the year. And I just love that day, you know, where everybody's together, eating, drinking, having fun, whatever. You know, the kids are playing, breaking things. Granddad, can you fix this for me? You know, I just love it.
Can you get that out of the box for me?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
The wire ties and the.
Can you stick the stickers on?
That's what my Christmas Day would be like, because as I say, my two kids that are coming round are bringing their kids round.
Yeah.
I mean, my oldest daughter, I mean, her boys are 18 and 16. So, you know,
yeah.
my youngest son, his boys are 15 and 13. So it's not as magical as it is. Boxing Day will be a better day because my youngest daughter, her twins are 6 and her son is 3, I think. So that'll be better for that. But it'll be it's with the older families, with the older lot coming round. It won't be like that, Mickey. It'll be nice. I mean, we'll all get together. We'll have crackers. Well, they won't. I won't.
That's what I'm saying. It's not about ages. It's a matter of you getting all the family together in one place and actually talking to each other and having a good time and enjoying yourselves.
Well, they'll all be there except me.
Well, yeah.
That's unfortunate. You know, you have to try to. You said that you're going to have like a Christmas dinner with Sean, but sometime in the new year, once you've recovered from the surgery, hopefully you'll all be able to do it won't be Christmas, but you'll be able to do a get together. Us lot, my family would call it a winter family gathering. We call them family gatherings. So if it's in the spring, we say spring. If it's Easter, it's Easter family gathering, that kind of stuff. So hopefully you can get a family gathering together to actually have, might not be Christmas, but a thing.
I've got to say that they've already told me there's a risk with the anaesthetic. There's a risk 70-30 that I won't recover.
Yes.
So.
Yes. But you pulled through the last one.
Yep.
We all have faith that you're going to pull through this one. And the last one.
He'll be here on the 4th. Fucking.
Of course he will, moaning at us and.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel on the 4th. There's major surgery I'm having. It's not like in America where the hero gets shot in the chest, falls down, and then gets up the next day and runs a marathon chasing after the villain. It's not like that in real life, right?
Isn't it?
No. Major surgery knocks you off your feet.
Your gallbladder exploded. You had major surgery, and you were still ready to come back and come straight on and ready for anything. You had your ready breath.
The gallbladder surgery was minor. Look, there you go. I had my whole fucking side opened up.
Funnily enough, the guy that I know who had the keyhole that didn't have it exploding, the keyhole gallbladder, and it was elective gallbladder surgery, he's now complaining about having pain in his lungs and a chesty cough. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it may well be just whatever's going around at the moment, but it seems, and one of his wounds is infected. So it all seems a bit sus that it's happening the same way as yours did.
How long ago did he have his gallbladder out?
Oh, he was in hospital for well over a week. 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
What ago?
Yeah, something like that.
What will be?
I just think it's a bit. It just turned into a bit strange when he's complaining about his lungs really, really hurting, and I
wish I could just dig it out, Mitch. I wish I could. If you've seen the X-ray, right, you'd understand why that's just not an option. You cannot see my right lung.
Guys in chat, before we go, that was a question for you as well. What are you guys in chat doing for Christmas? Even if it's nothing or just downing a bottle of Baileys. We're going in about 4 minutes, so get your Oh, he said he was carrying on your joke about American heroes.
Yeah. They do, don't they?
So Steve's nearly asleep with the morphine.
I'm not asleep. It's the pain, Tracy. Honestly, it's.
No, I know.
It's
I know.
Chronic pain, and it just becomes wearing.
Yes.
Morphine doesn't. All the morphine does is take the sharp edge off of it, but the base pain is still there. It's just wearing when you're constantly in pain.
I know.
Right.
Shall we go? Shall we go?
Hopefully, when you all see me on January, I'll be a lot better. Although I will have a gunk tank, which I'll share with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hope everything goes smoothly.
I think we should call it there then.
You better see my gunk tank.
In the gunk tank. No, it's Christmas Eve, babe. In the gunk tank. There we go. That's Fairy Tale of New York. They've got cars big as bars in a known.
That's not a Christmas song. That was released in July 1988. It's not a Christmas song. It's like Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie.
Yeah. So you were saying about the gunk tank, so it's Christmas Eve, babe, in the gunk tank. Sorry about my singing, and Merry Christmas to you all. So yeah, I'm going to start saying my goodbyes. Merry Christmas, everyone. If you don't drink, happy Christmas. I hope you all have the best Christmas that you can have under whatever circumstances you're in, and I hope 2023 brings you even better than whatever it was that you got this year. So if it was crap, I hope it's better, and if it was good, I hope it's even better. So happy Christmas. Mickey?
From me, have a very good Christmas, prosperous New Year. We'll be back on the 4th of January. Stay safe, keep your loved ones safe, and have a good time.
Yeah, I'm going to say good night and have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to everybody, because I'll next be seeing you in the new year. I'm really sorry. I'm not much company tonight. They asked me if I wanted to put this surgery off until after Christmas, and the answer is no, I don't. I need this done as soon as possible. So I'll try and stream. If I can, I'll try and stream on Christmas Day from the hospital, depending on how I feel.
You might be shit-faced on morphine.
Yeah, I might be shit-faced on morphine.
Keep up with you all on Discord. If you're on Discord, we'll see you on there.
Yep. So good night, everyone. Right.
Yeah.
Go.
Stay safe.